my name is Daisy, and in today's video, I'll be riding a bike in VR. Like, actually riding a bike, like a physical bike. So I've teamed up with VZFit for this video. VZFit is a really unique VR fitness game, and it's something I've been wanting to check out for the longest time, so super excited they've teamed up with me on this one. And not only that, thanks to the Val Summer Games, I've also got an Oculus Quest 2 to give away to you guys. VR Summer Games is a really fun event where you can enter competitions and also win lots of prizes, so make sure to jump to the link down below if you want to win yourself an Oculus Quest 2 headset, or if you just want to learn more about the VR Winter Games and enter in some competitions. So a massive thank you to those guys for sponsoring this video. So for a long time now, I've been really curious around the concept of VR fitness. I think it's something that's just going to get bigger and bigger, and it's not fully tapped into yet. I know for myself personally, I try to be as fit as possible, but sometimes going to the gym, especially with COVID and lockdown, it's not like realistic all the time. And also just finding the motivation sometimes to like go out and exercise is really hard. So when you have the ability to like gamify fitness, and especially through a VR headset, which has that kind of physical element, I think it's just really, really cool. So that's why I'm really excited by things like VZFit, who are really pushing the concept of VR fitness and what you can do with it. So VZFit is a full body VR fitness game, but what's really interesting about it is that it uses Google Street View for your environment within the game. So basically you can choose to go wherever you want, wherever in the world, and it'll load up the Google Street View in your VR headset in kind of like this 3D immersive environment, which I think is something just really unique and I haven't seen before. And especially with the pandemic, it's really hard to travel the world, or in some places you can't even go outside. So it's a really cool way, I guess, to experience the world from the safety of your own home, while also getting fit. So a lot of this concept is kind of inspired by cycling. So if you're a cycling enthusiast, or if you like riding a bike, or if you just like nature, this is a really cool way to work out. So the first way you can do it is from like a board experience, where you have this board and you have a fitness trainer in front of you, and you have to use movement to be able to propel yourself forward. And basically you mimic the movements of the workout trainer in front of you, and that's how you get your workout while also moving the board forward. This can be something that's really slow and basic, or it can be a little bit more hardcore, but involves like a lot of like squatting and a lot of kind of just slow movements that after time kind of really do burn some calories. I found the experience quite meditative. Like the workouts aren't too intense if you don't want them to be, and you can just kind of like chill out and kind of watch the environment around you. And it can be surprising how quickly these kind of simple workouts do really kind of start to burn muscles in your body. So if you want kind of like a different way to work out in VR, this is definitely a cool option. But the feature I'm most excited about is the bike feature, where it allows you to physically use a bike and use a VR headset at the same time. So to be able to do that, you need like a bike, either a stationary bike, or you can buy one of those things that you can put like your normal bike on, where you can use it stationary. But that's what you do need. So if you have one already, that's really good. Otherwise, I got one on Amazon for like 250 bucks. But outside of that, you do also need a bike sensor. So the VZFit team sent me one of these. It's like a bike sensor, and you attach it to your bike. I put mine on the pedals. I don't know if you're meant to, but that's where I put mine. And it can actually sync up to the VR headset and track your speed. So when you're moving the bike, it matches up to the game in the VR headset, and that's how you're able to propel yourself forward in the game. I was a little bit nervous how this was going to work. I was worried I was going to feel really nauseous or something, because you do get that problem with VR. Because the problem with VR, if your mind thinks your body is moving but your body physically isn't, and that's where it kind of freaks out, and then you're like bleh. So you don't want that. But this didn't have that issue, I guess because you physically are moving your legs, and it works really, really well. I didn't have any issues setting it up either, and using it felt really, really natural. Like I did genuinely feel like I was cycling within these environments. And it did kind of have that same kind of relaxing kind of vibe that you would have in real life, where you're just kind of riding through the wilderness, and it is kind of not a lot of noise, and you're just kind of focusing on kind of, yeah, cycling. And I find it quite meditative, even though it is still a workout. It's, I think it's just like a nice relaxing way to work out. And yeah, I was super impressed with this technology. It worked way better than what I was expecting, and felt a lot more natural than I was expecting as well. So the game has a bunch of recommended worlds for you to visit, and these have been voted by the community to be the best. Or there's also, I think, like weekly challenges that you can get involved with, and you can compare yourself to other people in the community in the leaderboards. There's also a multiplayer feature, which is really cool. I think if you do get really into this game and have other people, say perhaps you are an avid cyclist and you, because of lockdown, you can't catch up with them, so this is a really cool way to connect with other cyclists. And I'm always a sucker for some customization, so you do have the option to customize your own avatar, and you can unlock things over time as well, like different kind of shirts and bike shorts and helmets and all that kind of thing. And you can also customize the trainers as well. And there's a lot of things you can customize. You can customize like the audio levels, you can customize like how much the trainers talk, or you can make them shut up if you want, or you can make them disappear. So you can really customize how you want to experience the game as well, which I thought was really cool. The Google Street View feature is pretty interesting. They've done a pretty good job of kind of adapting these Google Street View settings to the VR environment. Like, it's not going to look like super high quality, but you do still feel quite immersed in these environments, especially when you're in like the streets of a city. You can kind of see all the buildings and shops and people walking through the streets, which you wouldn't really experience from like a 3D game. Like, these are actual people and shops, so there's kind of a little bit more, I guess, story behind it. I always kind of find it interesting where you see someone walking in the street and you kind of like wonder what they're doing there. Like, where have they been today? What are they thinking? What are they up to? I kind of really like that aspect of the Google Street View, that everything you're seeing is real and has a story. And yeah, I think that's kind of very whimsical. So VZFit is available for the Oculus Quest. The trial is free to download, but if you want to use it long term, you do have to purchase a subscription. And if you do want to use the bike feature, then you do need to own a bike. And I guess some sort of sensor like this one that will help track the game and sync it up through Bluetooth through the headset and be able to track it that way. These sensors aren't too expensive. I think they're about $20 USD. So I think if you already own a bike, it's really not that big of an investment. But if you don't already own a bike, then I guess it's up to you if that's something you want to invest in for this. I think the cool value of this game really does come down to being able to use a bike. I know that may not be like everyone's cup of tea, but I know some people will really be into this game. And I think it's just such a really cool concept. I love seeing developers kind of push the envelope with what you can do with VR, and especially how we can integrate fitness at home. And I think I definitely will integrate this into like my workout routines at home. In Australia, we did recently go back into lockdown, so I couldn't go to the gym, and leaving the house to exercise is kind of very limited. So I've definitely been doing a lot more workouts at home. I can definitely see this becoming a regular part of that. So I hope you guys enjoyed learning more about the VZFit game and how you can use it with the bike and all the cool things that you can do with it. I think it's really heckin' cool, and hopefully you guys do too. And don't forget, we've got our Oculus Quest 2 giveaway for you guys. The link is in the description below, thanks to the VR Winter Games. And if you already own a VR headset, make sure to have a look at all the competitions they're running. And make sure to have a look at all the game competitions they're running. They're running some really cool competitions with different games, and I'll probably be talking about them a little bit more. So make sure to keep an eye out for that. If you did like this video, make sure to leave a like, because it really helps the YouTube algorithm and lets the YouTube know that you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!